Okay, what's up, guys? So, this is called Five Nights at Freddy's. I heard about this about, I don't know, it feels like about over 5 years ago. And, it's a cute little story about animatronics that come to life and try to kill you. So you're a security guard at night, trying to conserve power for some reason. Wow, I think it makes you a little kid. Look how short I am. That's funny. Raise me up a little bit. Okay. So, continue. Anyway, I know these characters. This here rabbit, this purple rabbit, this is Bonnie, this is Freddy, this is Chica. Behind me is the best one, Foxy. And, well, let's see what this is about. I got this for someone, and they are a little scared of it. So I played around. It didn't seem too scary. Maybe I'll bring me up. Oh, there we go. Right about there. Okay, maybe I'll replay the title so you can see night one. What?
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience?
Yay.
We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies, that you've been fed over the last several years into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares. We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple waiver before you play. It's mostly just legal mumbo-jumbo and isn't at all based on user experiences thus far or injuries associated with testing. Just touch the button. You acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats.
That was it? Oh, that was funny. There was something in the doorway that was really weird earlier. Maybe we should just do night one again. Yeah. Yeah, so you can get the gist of this. Okay, so basically... Yeah.
Hello. I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing to worry about. You'll be fine. So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days or as soon as property and premises have been thoroughly cleaned and bleached, carpets have been replaced, blah blah blah. Now that might sound bad, I know, but there's really nothing to worry about. The animatronic characters here do get a bit quirky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years,
So basically, you gotta conserve power. Okay. Now these things are gonna wander around and try to kill me. So you gotta figure out where they are. I don't know. I'm pretty much stuck with the camera, so it's like closest to me because I'm here. Okay, one is getting pretty close to me. I don't see him yet, but again, we gotta conserve power. Okay, no big deal. Still there. Where's the other guys? Oh, they're good. So there's Chica, Freddy. He's right there. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. Let me shut the door for a second. Yep. See? Oh, cool. Did you see that? It walked right by. Oh my god, that looks so cool. Let me see again.
They'll most likely see you as a metal endoskeleton without its costume.
Right there.
Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit. Now, that wouldn't be so bad if the suits themselves weren't filled with cross beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully
I don't see Freddy, I don't see Chica, so they must be right there. So I'm gonna shut this door and turn the light on.
Parts of you that would likely see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and pop out the front of the mask.
I don't see him over here either.
Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check the cameras. Remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary.
Oh, that's scary.
Gotta conserve power.
Yeah,
Alright,
you're trying to distract me. Alright, well, sorry I left the lights on. I got 46% though. Bonnie. What? Who's doing that? Oh my god. That's dumb. Quit dummy. I don't like that. What? Okay, Bonnie's coming. Chica's right there. Boom. So that's all you gotta do. Stay alive till your shift is over. Woo! Yay! Yay! Oh. Yummy. That's weird. Like 2, I guess. Weird. Guess I'm back in the office. Same old thing. What?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Well, if you're hearing this and you made it to day 2, congrats. I won't talk quite as long this time since Freddy and his friends tend to become more active as the week progresses. It might be a good idea to peek at those cameras while I talk, just to make sure everyone's in their proper place, you know. Interestingly enough, Freddy himself doesn't come off stage very often. I've heard he becomes a lot more active in the dark, though, so hey, I guess that's one more reason not to run out of power, right? I also want to emphasize the importance of using your door lights. There are blind spots in your camera view, and those blind spots happen to be right outside your doors. So if you can't find something or someone on your cameras, be sure to check the door lights. You might only have a few seconds to react. Not that you would be in any danger, of course. I'm not implying that. Also, check on the curtain of Pirate Cove from time to time. The character in there seems unique in that he becomes more active if the cameras remain off for long periods of time. I guess he doesn't like being watched. I don't know. Anyway, I'm sure you have everything under control. Talk to you soon.
I don't see Chica anywhere. I can't find Chica. Where are you? Okay, so I don't see Chica anywhere. What? I haven't even thought about him. I forgot about him. No, we're close now. We're very close. It is alright. See him? Oh my gosh, that was crazy. Hi. Should I open this door? No one near that. There it is. Hi. Go away. Go away. Oh shit. Oh, he's right there. That was cool. Lights off. We're good, right? Mm-hmm. Just walking around out there, doing whatever. I don't see him anymore. Open the door. Close. Is he right there? I don't see him. What? Hi guys. I only have 15%. It's not good. 12%. I'm gonna die. Yeah. I just barely made it. Well. Right. Dang it. How did it do that? Good. This is nuts. Fun time, Freddy. What's this? R3. Okay, there's a flashlight. Oops. Oops. Flashlight, teleport, close door, survive. That was freaky. That was crazy. But, okay, so let's do it one more time. I'm not even sure what I'm supposed to do. That was scary. How do we teleport? Jump scare the shit out of me. No. That's awesome jump scares. All right, guys. So I need to actually research this a little bit and figure out what to do right there. So let's see, what am I doing here? It's great in the chair. You can go as high as you want. I love that. So okay, so there's a freaky animatronic over there. I don't know what to do with it. It's gonna run away from me. Oh my gosh. I can't help but jump when they get in my face like that. So how do I teleport? I haven't figured that out. Hello again. Who the hell said that? I cannot figure out how to move. Cool. I'm gonna get jump scared by the real deal now. Entangled in my cord. Boom! One-time Freddy right in my face. idea. Yeah.
Most people don't last this long. I mean, you know, they usually move on to other things by now. I'm not implying that they died. That's not what I meant. Anyway, I better not take up too much of your time. Things are getting real tonight. Hey, listen, I had an idea. If you happen to get caught and want to avoid getting stuck into a Freddy suit, try playing dead. You know, go limp. Then there's a chance that maybe they'll think that you're an empty costume instead. Then again, if they think you're an empty costume, they might try to stuff a metal skeleton into you. I wonder how that would work. Yeah, never mind. Scratch that. It's best just not to get caught. Okay, I'll leave you to it. See you on the flip side.
Two of them. I don't know where the other two are. They must be over here. They're over here. There's a long cam there. Okay. Hi. How you doing there, Foxy? I mean, Chica. Oh, you're right? You are gone. Yeah. Alright, what? Camera on you. Okay, and you. I had to really... I'm sure. No. What? Oh, that scared me. I didn't check the door and Foxy was right there. Oh my goodness. That was fun. So now I see why kids play this game. This is fun. Let's see what more there is on the menu.
Are you having fun yet? That's great to hear.
Freddy. Mango. Let's see what this is. Whoa, what? Where am I?
Welcome to Vet Repair.
Yeah?
Fazbear Entertainment prides itself on having the most comfortable facilities. Each facility is set to a perfect sleep.
Uh-oh. Sorry. Yeah, that looks good. scary. I don't understand what I was supposed to do right there except get my ass scared. Dang, that was scary. Jeez, that was great. Almost had a heart attack. Okay. Well, I guess I better understand more about this game before I go on, so otherwise I'm just gonna have a whole video full of jump scares. Okay, let's do that. We start that one. We get jump scared by Mangle again. That was creepy as hell. Let me hear what he has to say this time.
Welcome to Vet Repair. Fazbear Entertainment prides itself on having the most comfortable facilities. Each facility is set to a perfect 72 degrees all the time. The 4 active indicator lights mean we have a well-functioning ventilation system. Your headlamp should protect you from any critters who may have stumbled into the ducts. As a certified vet technician, you should need no instruction. However, in case of an emergency, it is important to remember that as the vet technician, you should never, under any circumstances, attempt to...
So it's my headlamp keeping him away. What am I supposed to do here? Can I touch anything? I guess he must have come up on me so I can scare him away. How do I get over there? I don't know how to move. I can't move. I'm pushing everything. Ooh, no. I don't get it. What am I supposed to do? Not sure.
72 degrees. Good job. See you next time.
That was one of the best ones. That was cool. I like that one. Oh, I get another gift. Oh, yay. That's what I'm talking about. Fun time, Freddy. Oh, buddy. Oh, let me rub her belly. I love you, Freddy. That was better than the snacks. Bye, Freddy.
We went to great lengths to create an authentic VR experience, including using scanned photographs for reference and using original performance routines where applicable.
Where applicable. Yeah, you did good. You did very good. Ooh, what's that? Nice. It's a different one.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello? Hello and welcome to your
behind
new
me?
summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without its costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Where's the music box? I'm sorry, where's the music box? What's this? Oh, wow. I can terrible. I got killed. I wasn't quick enough. Well, that was interesting. Um,
Hello? Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, look at you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about the robot seeing you as an endoskeleton without its costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out.
So this time,
something
I'm
else
just
worth
going to hold on to
mentioning
this.
is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
How come I can't press the button? It's not working at all. Oh, that thing is so scary. Okay, well, I'm gonna give it a rest at this point, guys. I'm about to have a heart attack. Right, somebody warned me this was gonna be scary, and it is. It's more scary. Okay, then I admit it. It's more scary than I thought it would be. Okay, but it's still fun. I'm gonna come back. If you want to see more of this, please let me know in the comments below. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me on VRAZ. Peace.